I held him within 5 minutes of him being born.
Are you surprised by the love you feel for baby Eric?
I actually said to Lauren beforehand, what if I liked the dogs more than him?
The world was completely stunned when Simon Cowell announced his retirement from the Britain's Got Talent stage. For decades, he dominated the entertainment industry, known for his strict judging but also his ability to pick some of the best talent. But behind the spotlight, whispers of health scares, shocking bike accidents, and long-standing industry feuds haunted his name. However, now, Simon Cowell faces his most personal battle yet, his son's heartbreaking diagnosis, forcing an emotional goodbye fans never expected. Simon Cowell just got a heartbreaking diagnosis for his son Eric Cowell, and that has caused him to take a step back in the entertainment industry. For many years, Simon Cowell has remained the unshakable face of televised talent competition. He is known for his razor-sharp wit, uncompromising honesty, and knack for discovering stars. But Simon seemed destined never to leave the spotlight. In a tearful announcement, he confirmed his decision to retire from television, and this was because of the heartbreaking diagnosis of his 11-year-old son, Eric. Eric was diagnosed with a developmental delay at the age of 4, and this affects his ability to achieve milestones at the expected age. He is the only son of Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman. There have been many rumors about Eric's medical condition, from rare neurological conditions to Down syndrome, but none of these have been confirmed by Simon. Still, inside reports say that Eric has global developmental delay, and that Simon has publicly acknowledged this. Once he found out about his son's condition, his next step was to consider spending more time with his family. That's what led to his emotional goodbye after the heartbreaking diagnosis. But this wasn't the only heartbreaking news that forced Simon Cowell to take a step back. Simon Cowell's world dramatically shifted when he found out about his son's diagnosis. But that was not the only bad news that caused him to take a step back from Britain's Got Talent. With the sudden and tragic death of Liam Payne, one of the first stars he helped launch as a member of One Direction, Simon found himself knee-deep in grief. The news sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry, but also had a major impact on Simon. Liam's career was deeply connected to Simon, and he fell from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires at age 31. Simon was devastated as he posted an Instagram tribute saying, "Liam, I am devastated, heartbroken, and I feel empty. Every tear I have shed is a memory of you." He remembered their bond, and the young artist's kindness and work ethic. In fact, Simon's love for Liam was like a father and son, and that caused him to remember his son Eric and how they had been focusing on his heartbreaking medical diagnosis. This blow on Simon Cowell caused an emotional goodbye, causing him to be absent from many episodes on Britain's Got Talent. BGT had to replace him by bringing in guest judges, as he took time to mourn and take care of his son. Although Simon took a step back, with an emotional goodbye that caused fans to shed tears, he made it clear that he won't fully retire. He tapped the brakes to reclaim aspects of his personal life that have been neglected over decades of relentless work. In past interviews, he has also hinted that he is scaling back at his work in the entertainment industry. This is partly due to his son's health and the fact that he wants to spend more time with him, and also because of his own health issues, like persistent migraines. He's been seen wearing red-tinted glasses to reduce the effects of bright lights caused by filming. But in an interview, he dismissed the rumors that he was retiring because of his son or burnout. He revealed that he will only quit if he no longer believes in an idea. Otherwise, the work that excites him keeps him going. He is balancing his time with his son and family and his time at work. Now, as he takes care of his son, navigates grief and honors the legacy Payne left behind, Cowell is reassessing his relationship with fame and the frenetic pace of TV production. Sources note he's been making lifestyle changes, prioritizing family time, reflecting on his health, and nurturing creative projects more selectively. A health scare in 2020, when he suffered a serious back injury in an electric bike accident, already forced him to rethink his workload and adopt a more balanced routine. At the same time, Britain's Got Talent is back on TV, and Simon is one of the judges on the show. He's already making headlines with some of his strict statements to contestants and rigorous processes, but as he continues to achieve his dreams, he's also focused on caring for his son as they struggle with the heartbreaking diagnosis. In 2014, Simon Cowell and his fiancée, Lauren Silverman, welcomed his son. Although Simon has a poor reputation as a harsh critic during his time on shows like American Idol, Britain's Got Talent, and America's Got Talent, he has become softer now that he has his son. He has been worried about his son's health, and this has made him even closer to Eric. In an interview, he once said, "After I lost my parents, I genuinely felt I would never feel that kind of love for anyone ever again. I thought that was it until I saw the scan of him for the first time." He then added, "From that moment I saw the scan, I was like, that is it, I'm besotted. Now I just cannot imagine my life without him." Simon has been speaking openly about how much he loves his son and being a dad, although he has not been open about his heartbreaking diagnosis. Eric was born on February 14th, and Simon was instantly in love with his son, saying that he was nervous about the idea of being a father at first. He once said, "I was born to be a dad." Shortly after his arrival, Simon named his son after his late father Eric, who he was close with. He has been striving to build the same relationship that he had with his father, with his son. When his parents were alive, he got a lot of comfort from the relationship he had with his mom and dad, so he wants to recreate that with his son. Although Eric is Simon's first child, his fiancée, Lauren, has a teenage son from her previous marriage, called Adam. Eric and Adam have spent quality time together over the years, and Simon is happy about expanding the family with the two of them. The father-son duo have been working on a new book together. Simon announced that he and Eric were hard at work on a new project, a 7-book series called Wish Fits, based on imaginary animals that the pair had created, including Dot, a combination of dog and cat, and a Peep, a combination of pig and sheep. Simon also revealed that his son is a red carpet professional. Although he has been trying to keep his son out of the spotlight, he occasionally appears on the red carpet to support his dad. In 2022, he posed with his parents at the America's Got Talent finale in a blue polo shirt, jeans, and Nike sneakers. Eric has been coming to his father's shows since he was young, and so Simon revealed in an interview that he loves seeing his son get excited during live tapings. His son is always having the best time when in public, and this was surprising since he thought he would be shy. In fact, Simon Cowell has completely changed now that he's a father, and might be saying an emotional goodbye soon to spend more time with his son after a heartbreaking diagnosis. Before Eric's birth, Simon only focused on work, but having a child changed everything. He once told interviewers, "If Eric hadn't come along, God knows what would have happened. Before Eric, my life was 99% work. I was obsessed with it." Simon also revealed that Eric gave him something to live for after his mother passed away. Now, in every decision that he makes, he's thinking about his son first. In fact, Eric has had such a major impact on Simon's life that he nearly quit smoking for him. Simon shared that his son was really on his case about giving up smoking. He revealed that he had to sneak around to smoke so that his son wouldn't catch him, adding, "If he catches me, it's like being back in school. He's the teacher." In 2023, Simon revealed his son's latest dream, which is that he wants to play drums in a rock band and audition for Britain's Got Talent. Simon revealed that his son wants to be in a rock band and loves Green Day. Simon joked, saying, "That's going to be total torture. I mean, of all the things I've ever done, this will probably be the hardest because he does play drums. He's going to drum and sing." I went, "Oh God, no." A few weeks later, Simon revealed that he hopes Eric never auditions for the show. Although he's a good drummer, he still doesn't want him to come on the show. But till now, he still wants to be a drummer despite the heartbreaking diagnosis. But in a candid interview, Simon revealed that he hopes that his 11-year-old son, Eric, might eventually step into his shoes, but not on camera as a contestant, but behind the scenes as a producer. Although Eric is quite shy, Simon thinks that he's a great fit in production. Howie Mandel also believes that Eric is following in his dad's footsteps. He observed how Eric's presence at AGT tappings greatly influences Simon's decision. He also commented that Eric may very well follow his father into the entertainment world someday. Simon has also been worried about Eric's online safety, especially since he's famous. He revealed that he was afraid about Eric owning a phone, saying that he was concerned about the harmful online content that he might come across. He also wanted him to have access to age-appropriate learning. According to Simon, fatherhood was the best thing that's ever happened to him, and reflected on how Eric helped him through a difficult period after losing his parents. In fact, many have said that there has been a major shift in Simon Cowell's behavior, as he is now more focused on fatherhood. Although he still has his signature snark, he's definitely softer than before. Clear that his son has been his personal salvation and emotional renewal. He has credited fatherhood with pulling him out of an emotional low period, and despite his fame and success, he usually felt lost and overwhelmed. It was the birth of his son that brought a positive shift to his emotional state. Everyone knows that Simon is very strict with his tongue, but his demeanor has mellowed significantly. He now, amidst that fatherhood, brought out his softer, more compassionate side. Kinder reflections and gentle encouragement have increasingly replaced his former on-screen tough edge. Because of his relationship with his son, it has changed how Simon approaches talent shows. He now imagines what it would feel like if his own child was auditioning. This shift has made his judging style more thoughtful, empathetic, and focused on encouragement instead of harsh critique. Simon is no longer a workaholic and focuses on spending time with his son. He emphasizes quality time with family over career pursuits. Now he prefers activities like biking, walking the dog, and enjoying Eric's company, all of which bring him genuine happiness, more than any professional accolade. In fact, the impact on Simon's life is so clear that he recently had an emotional collapse on stage while watching the audition of a younger contestant with autism. Why? Because it reminded him of his son. Simon Cowell was known for his cutting remarks and unwavering confidence, but with an emotional goodbye approaching, and after his son's heartbreaking diagnosis, he has quietly revealed his softer side over the years. This is especially when moved by young or vulnerable performers. One of the most poignant moments came during a Live America's Got Talent broadcast. Singer Michael Ketterer, a father of 5 and pediatric mental health nurse, delivered a soul-stirring rendition of Us by James Bay. The emotional performance left Simon visibly in tears. He faltered as he tried to speak through his emotions, saying, "As a dad, I can't imagine what you've done." Tyra Banks comforted him with, "That is one of the most beautiful moments I have ever seen of you, that vulnerability and that beauty." These raw emotions stunned fans and revealed a rare glimpse of Simon's deeply empathetic nature. Simon has also broken down multiple times while judging these shows, especially when he hears emotional songs that remind him of his family and his son. Shortly after his mother passed away, he was watching contestant Josh Daniel perform Jealous and unexpectedly wept. He admitted that he wasn't prepared for how the lyrics and grief would overwhelm him on live TV. More recently, reflecting on his emotional journey on the Diary of a CEO podcast, Simon revealed how losing his parents plunged him into a dark, workaholic spiral. He described himself during that period as a vampire, working into the early hours with no sense of purpose, until his son Eric was born and saved him. Fatherhood marked a turning point for Simo's on-air behavior. In a candid confession to the Sun, he explained how being a parent changed his perspective, particularly when judging children. Cowell admitted that seeing a young performer often made him think, "God, that could be Eric." This realization led him to soften previously sharp critiques and allow more encouragement to shine through. One particularly emotional highlight occurred during America's Got Talent Season 18, when the Mizansi Youth Choir performed Nightbird's song It's Okay as a tribute to a departed contestant. Simon was overcome. Tears streamed down as he quieted himself to collect his emotions, saying, "This brought back so many memories for me. This is hard." The performance earned a rare, unanimous Golden Buzzer decision, amplifying the emotional weight of the moment. Although his son has made him more emotional, he's still not taking a step back from the world. If anything, his son's heartbreaking diagnosis has caused him to focus on something else aside from music, and that's medical research. Simon Cowell has been battling with his son's health, and in recent years, he has also faced health struggles. This has caused him to focus a lot on medical research aside from his entertainment industry. Exposed to intense stage-level lighting during